Hello everybody. If you want to read all the story's content in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you. Short story 768, The Long Road North, Intermediate. When Daniel lost his job in London, he told himself it was not the end of the world. It is just a change, he said quietly as he packed his small suitcase. But inside, he felt lost. His sister lived in Inverness, in the north of Scotland, and she had told him many times, "If you ever need a fresh start, come here." Now he had decided to take her advice. Daniel did not have much money. A train ticket was too expensive, and his old car had broken down months before, so he chose a way of travelling he had never tried before. He would hitchhike. On a grey Monday morning, he stood beside the A1 road with a simple cardboard sign that said, North. The wind was cold and the noise of passing lorries made him nervous. At first, no one stopped. Cars rushed past him as if he were invisible. After nearly an hour, a small white van slowed down and pulled onto the side of the road. The window rolled down and a middle-aged woman with bright red hair looked at him. "Where are you heading?" she asked. "As far north as possible," Daniel replied, trying to smile. "Well, I'm going to Newcastle. That is a start. Get in." Her name was Fiona, and she delivered flowers to different cities. The van smelled sweet and fresh. As they drove, she told him stories about weddings, funerals, and surprise birthday parties. Daniel began to relax. When she dropped him off near Newcastle, she said, "The world is kinder than it looks. Do not forget that." By the afternoon, Daniel was back on the roadside. This time he felt more confident. A tall man in a business suit stopped next. He was driving a shiny black car and seemed serious at first. "I can take you to Edinburgh," the man said, "but I do not usually pick up strangers." "Thank you," Daniel answered. "I am grateful." During the journey, the man spoke about his work in finance. He asked Daniel why he was travelling. "I lost my job," Daniel admitted. "I'm going to stay with my sister and look for something new." The man nodded. "I was made redundant once. It felt terrible, but it pushed me to start my own company. Sometimes the worst moments lead to better places." When they reached Edinburgh, the man shook Daniel's hand firmly. "Good luck. Do not give up." Night was beginning to fall, and Daniel wondered if he should find a cheap hotel. Just as he was thinking about it, an old blue car stopped beside him. A young couple leaned out of the window. "We are driving to Aberdeen," the woman said. "You can join us if you like." They were students returning to university after visiting family. They played soft music and talked about their dreams of becoming teachers. Daniel listened carefully. Their energy reminded him of his own university days when everything had seemed possible. By the time they reached Aberdeen, it was late. Daniel thanked them and walked to a small guest house he had found online. The room was simple but clean. As he lay in bed, he thought about the 3 different drivers he had met that day. Each one had shown him unexpected kindness. The next morning, he stood on the roadside again. Inverness was not far now. The sky was clear and the air felt fresh. After only 20 minutes, a large green truck pulled over. The driver was an older man with a thick Scottish accent and kind eyes. "Inverness?" the man asked after reading Daniel's sign. "That is where I am headed. Climb up." From the high seat of the truck, Daniel could see wide fields, hills, and distant mountains. The view was beautiful and wild. The driver introduced himself as Angus. "So, what takes you north?" Angus asked. "A new start," Daniel replied. "I lost my job and need to think about what comes next." Angus was silent for a moment. Then he said, "When I was young, I travelled all over Europe with nothing but a backpack. I thought I was searching for work, but really, I was searching for myself." Daniel smiled. "Did you find yourself?" Angus laughed. "Aye, Right here in the Highlands, I realized home is not just a place, it is where you decide to build your life. As they drove over a long bridge towards Inverness, Daniel felt a strange mix of fear and excitement. The journey had taken 2 days. He had travelled with strangers, trusted them, and listened to their stories. Each lift had carried him not only further north, but also further away from his old doubts. Angus stopped near the city centre. "This is your stop," he said. Daniel climbed down and took a deep breath. He could see the river shining in the sunlight. His phone buzzed with a message from his sister. "I cannot wait to see you. I am proud of you for coming." He realized that the journey itself had changed him. He had started the trip feeling like a failure, but the kindness of strangers had reminded him that losing a job did not mean losing his value. He had learned that asking for help was not weakness, it was courage. Daniel picked up his suitcase and began to walk towards his sister's house. He did not know exactly what job he would find or how long it would take, but he no longer felt lost. The long road north had given him more than a way to travel. It had given him hope, and as he knocked on his sister's door, he understood that this was not the end of something, it was the beginning. Vocabulary notes. Hitchhike, meaning to travel by asking drivers of passing vehicles to give you a free lift. Example, so he chose a way of travelling that he had never tried before. He would hitchhike. Similar words, thumb a lift, ask for a lift, travel for free. Extra example, when her train was cancelled, she decided to hitchhike to the next town instead of waiting for hours at the station. Redundant, meaning without a job because your employer no longer needs your position. It is often used in British English. Example, I was made redundant once. It felt terrible, but it pushed me to start my own company. Similar words, laid off, dismissed, unemployed. Extra example, after the company closed its factory, hundreds of workers were made redundant in just 1 week. Grateful, meaning feeling thankful because someone has helped you or done something kind. Example, thank you, Daniel answered. I am grateful. Similar words, thankful, appreciative, obliged. Extra example, she felt grateful to her neighbour for feeding her cat while she was on holiday. Fresh start, meaning an opportunity to begin again in a new way, especially after a difficult time. Example, if you ever need a fresh start, come here. Similar words, new beginning, clean slate, new chapter. Extra example, after moving to a new city, he saw it as a fresh start and a chance to change his life. Kindness, meaning the quality of being friendly, generous, and considerate towards others. Example, the kindness of strangers had reminded him that losing a job did not mean losing his value. Similar words, generosity, warmth, compassion. Extra example, a small act of kindness like holding a door open can improve someone's day. Story written by ChatGPT. Image created by ChatGPT. To read all the story's content in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you. CC Music, drifting at 432 Hz, Unicorn Heads.